I've been seeing so much hate for the new Snow White trailer, and it's like, why? I don't get it. Like, people these days, they just want to hate on Disney just for the sake of hating. Now, I get it, they changed a lot of the character designs for Snow White herself and the Seven Dwarfs, but outside of that, it seems like a very faithful adaptation to the original source material. One of the biggest things that excites me for Snow White is the fact that Mark Webb's directing. If you've seen The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, you know that this director has a lot of style. I am actually very excited to see how his style of directing carries over to like a Disney fairy tale sort of film. The impression I'm getting is that it's going to be quite a lot darker than our typical Disney remakes. In my opinion, this is great news because if we look at the best Disney remakes, we've got things like Maleficent and Cruella. They're all a lot darker than the original source material, whereas things like the Lion King remake, they're just like, I guess they're okay, but do we really need to see the same film done in live action? That leads me on to the next point. I think this film is going to go in a completely different direction to the original. I already see some kind of hints at Snow White being her own protagonist in some sort of way. Now, they're not going to want her being saved by a prince, I don't think. The biggest praise I've been seeing is Gal Gadot's performance as the evil queen in the trailer. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Gal Gadot, to be honest. I don't love her as Wonder Woman, but I know she's got her fans. I don't know, I'm skeptical about how she'll be in the film, but I don't want to hate for the sake of hating like so many people do. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic to see how she performs in Snow White. I know it's probably not meant to be taken this way, but the deer sort of creature design, it kind of looked like Bambi to me. Now, it's very, very unlikely they're going to connect this to any other live action remakes, and to be honest, I think they scrapped the Bambi remake they were doing, so yeah, it's probably nothing, but I just sort of got the impression that it was meant to kind of look a little bit like Bambi. I could be completely wrong though. Now, with all that being said, I'm not even a big fan of the original animated film. I respect it for the legacy it holds and what it did for the Walt Disney Company, but it's not a film I go back and watch all that often at all, to be honest. Or I'd love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments.